So in previous session, we had discussion on text element in multimedia. Okay. So in today's session, we are going to discuss working with graphics. This is the first part. So as you know that graphics is nothing but it is a drawing or a Photoshop's. These are all integral part of multimedia titles. Without graphics, a multimedia title cannot be effective. Okay, because graphics gives visualization, communication to the user. So graphics, images enhances and emphasize to get the direct attention as well as to illustrate more concepts to the user and provide a background for the contents. We need graphics, so a visualization effect. So graphics plays very vital role in the creation of multimedia titles. So as I told in the earlier class, a picture speaks 1,000 words. Even though if you are not including text, if you include a one graphic or one image, it speaks itself. Okay, so that much effective graphics can be used in multimedia titles. And in graphics, we have two types. One is draw type graphics. The second one is bitmap graphics. Now let us see one by one. The first one, draw type graphics. It is also known as vector graphic. So it is represented, it represents an image as a geometric shape, so which is made up of a straight line, ovals, and arcs. Means with the help of lines or different kinds of geometric shapes, we can draw some drawings. So that type of a graphic is called draw type graphic. So in a draw type graphic, when you draw a line, so there is a description along with the line, so its size, its position, and its shape. Every shape has its size and position. So in draw type graphics, when you create a circle, so there is a relationship between a circle and lines established with the circle. So there is a relationship between them. Whenever you make changes with the shapes or graphics in draw type graphics, so there is no changes into the lines or shapes into the quality of the graphics. So if you made a changes, so like if you change the size of the circle, the relationship between the circle and the lines stays the same. So there is no changes happen when you change anything into the draw type graphics. So the advantages of this type of graphics is, so ability to resize and rotate graphics without distortion. Means you can make changes for the graphics without making any distortion. Means, so when you make a changes, so there is no difference at all in the original graphics. So usually draw type graphics are available in a smaller file size. So these are the advantages, and disadvantages are, so when you create a larger file size in the draw type graphics, it takes more time to appear on the screen. So larger the size and longer the time to appear on the screen. And as well as it cannot display the photorealistic quality of the images. Only it gives draw type graphics like shapes, circle, triangle, rectangle, which is made up of lines and fill color, and draw type graphics. So this is the first type. And the second type of graphic is bitmap graphics. So a bitmap graphics represents an image. So it is an array of dots. So why it is called bitmap? It is combined of an array of dots. and every dot is called as a pixel. As you know that the screen of every output is made up of a grid of pixels. So every pixel makes a picture more better. So in a picture, there is a combination of pixel color information that is called color depth, as well as, and each pixel recorded into a picture. So depending on the number of colors used in the file, so bitmap file can be relatively small. So how many pixels you have included in an image, according to that, the file size will be decided. So in the bitmap graphics. And the advantages of bitmap graphics is, so it produces a real quality images. Means if you want to generate a real quality images, you can create, as well as it has a capacity capable of storing large amount of information in a single picture, and as well as you can change or modify the quality of images as per your requirement. So it gives a high quality modifier for the graphics. And the disadvantages are, so it depends on the resolution. So if there is a less number of resolution, so there is a less quality in the bitmaps, and if there is a more number of pixels in the image, then there is a more quality. As well as, so when you enlarge a small size of image, so it converted into blurred image, so it doesn't give quality for the image when you enlarge a picture. And the graphic image quality, how we are going to consider the graphic image quality. So let us see. So the quality of the image can be measured in terms of three elements. One is image size, the second one is color depth, and the third one is file size. So as you know that image size is measured in terms of horizontal and vertical pixels. As you know that a screen size 640 into 480 is the standard resolution. Okay, so horizontal and vertical pixels. And the more pixels per inch on the screen, so finer the detail and enhance the better quality of the image quality. So more the resolution, the quality of the image also more. So the screen resolution 1024 into 768 displays much better quality images on the screen. And the second one, color depth. So here every image is made up of a more number of colors associated with each pixel. So depending on the number of bits used in the color bits, so it decides how many colors used in the image. For example, 8-bit, if you use a color 8-bit support 256 colors, and 16-bit support 65,536 colors. Nowadays we are using 24-bit and 32-bit color support. So 24-bit means 16.7 million colors it uses into the images. So the range of colors available for pixel is called color depth. Okay. And next is file size. How we are going to measure the size of the file? So bitmap graphics basically related to image size and its color depth. So image size decides the resolution of the image, and the color depth, the number of colors used in the images. So it is estimated with the formula image size in pixel into color depth in bits divided by 8. Why you are here we are using 8 means the size file size is measured in terms of bytes, and you know that 1 byte is equivalent to 8 bits. Therefore, the formula is image size in pixel into color depth divided by 8 bits. So that is what a file size, how you are going to measure. For example, if you want to see how the size of the file can be measured with an example, here I'm giving a table 640 into 480 pixel. screen size is full screen. So if the color depth is 8-bit and there are 256 colors, so what is the file size means? Approximately 300 kilobytes. Okay, so 3 lakh bytes, it is equivalent to 300 kilobytes. And 320 into 240 quarter screen, 8-bit, 256 colors, so approximately 77 kilobytes. And 1024 into 768 full screen 24-bit, 16.7 million colors, and it's suppose 2400 kilobytes, approximately 2.4 MB. So the how here you can calculate the file size with the help of the formula. And after that, how we are going to create and edit graphics. So here graphics performs graphics programs gives various tools to the artists so that he can create, edit, and design different kinds of multimedia graphics and titles. So here in creating and editing graphics, there are 3 categories of graphic programs. By using those programs, you can edit the pictures. So in that, the first one is drawing programs. The second one is paint programs. And the third one is image editing programs. So in that, the first one, drawing programs. So these are the programs which are used to create a draw type graphics. So draw type graphics means where we are using for drawing freehand geometric shapes, like creating designs for rectangle or circle or triangle. And if you want to create a design, a precise dimensions, relationships between the graphics. So if you are using those type of graphics, then you have to use drawing programs. So for example, for drawing programs, we are using Adobe Illustrator. Okay, so these type of programs are used to draw type graphics. And the second one is paint programs. So these programs are used to create bitmaps. So bitmaps are useful in creating original art because they provide different kinds of tools like brushes, pens, spray paint used by artists. For example, Paint Shop Pro. So paint programs, like in MS Word, we also have a default program, MS Paint. So like these programs, which provides a different kinds of tools to draw the images or bitmaps. So bitmap graphics. So like using a pencil, you can draw a freehand drawing, and using different kinds of pencils, you can draw images, and as well as using spray or paint, a paint bucket, you can fill the colors, or you can use different kinds of drawings with the help of paint programs. So Paint Shop Pro. And the last one, image editing programs. So these are the programs which are useful for making changes to existing images. Like if you want to manipulate the images with the brightness or with the contrast, or if you want to change the texture or patterns for images, then you can make a changes for the image editing programs with the help of, for example, Photoshop, CorelDRAW. There are so many programs are available at present. So by using those programs, you can do many changes with the photographs. Even the black and white photo can be converted into colorful photo, and you can make the changes with the colors. And if some shapes are there, or if some drawings are there, you can make changes with the brightness or contrast, saturation, hue. So there are different kinds of filters are there with the program, and it provides programs called Photoshops. So using these type of programs, you can do image editing into the multimedia titles. So these are the different kinds of programs. Okay. So this is what today's discussion. Okay. So regarding graphics, what is graphic, and what are graphics programs are there, and how the quality of the graphics we can measure. So we discussed in today's session. So if you have any doubts, you may ask the questions. No questions? Okay, thank you. We'll continue in the next class.